What's up, Terry?
What up?
Is my lighting okay?
Hey, Kelly. Hat or new hat?
At least it matters today. Yeah, like
Oh, I need to be filling this out. She told me, Yonka told me, she said, you ain't doing nothing. You be sitting there, you can do it your daggone self.
the reason why I come to organize this day was because yesterday he spent 5 minutes looking for a paper that he needed and could not find it when it was literally right there.
Hey, you're not muted. I can hear everything you're saying.
Uh-oh.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Activity Call Live. Filmed in beautiful Treasure Island, Florida. Now, let's hear from our host, our president and CEO, Andy Albright.
What you say there, Terry?
Fired up out my mind, brother. Woo!
He's fired up. I know something's got to change about the way. Oh, I got it here. How about now? Tell me again. Tell me you fired up one more time.
I'm fired up out my mind, buddy. Woo!
That's better. Now
Am
I got
coming
you.
in loud and clear.
Look at here. My computer is 70% restarted. I had to switch to the phone.
It always do it at the most convenient times.
I click on that button. It says we ran into a problem. We're going to need to restart. We're collecting some information and we will restart shortly. And then it said 1%. I said, oh my God, you better start scrambling. Hey, I wanted to dedicate this call to a few people. One was my son-in-law, Brandon. I wanted if somebody could reach out to Brandon and say, I hope you're on this call because he's dedicated to you. And there's another group of people I want to dedicate to is the people that are not getting the results they want. I want to reach out to them. And then Mike Hefner reminded me that today is 9/11. And in 2001, seems like that'd be 19 years ago, we had an attack on American soil. We had thousands and thousands of people killed. And we had people survive. And then we have people die years later from the after effects of that. And some are still suffering from the after effects, whether it be physical or mental. Just want to say we're thinking about those people today that endured that 9/11 attack on American soil. But, you know, I said I remember it, Mac told me about it, but I want to dedicate it to those men and women that went towards the crash. The EMTs, the firemen, the police officers, the off-duty medics, the off-duty doctors and nurses, them people went in there and risked their life, and many of them gave their life to dedicate and go after that. That's who I want to dedicate this to, in addition to the other people that ain't getting results, in addition to my son-in-law. In addition is the people that went in after it. Those people did what they were supposed to do. People ask me sometimes, Terry, and I'm guessing there's other folks in here, but since I don't have my, oh yeah, I see Kelly, I see Sebastian. People ask me, they said, what do you like to speak out on, Andy? Here's what I like to speak out on: heroism, winning, kicking ass and taking names, beating the competition and making them look like a bunch of babies, making them look like they can't perform. You know why it makes it look like they can't perform? Because they ain't performing. They ain't getting no dadgum results. That's what I like to speak out on, buddy. John Gordon says, talk about the positives. Talk about the chances, the opportunity, and the heroes. So that's why I talk about that, because that's what Gordon said to talk about. Somebody told me that John Maxwell said, speak of the positive, speak of the opportunity, speak of this. Don't speak of that, speak of this. I said, all right. And then somebody told me, he was a preacher man, said the Bible said to speak.
Well,
let me explain to you what speak out means. It's what my shirt says, buddy. I'm going to slip up and say bitch one of these times. I can feel it coming on like a dadgum hurricane. You see what that says? The Alliance, baby. I'm going to get me a black shirt on it that says 10K, come hell or high water. Come hell, come high water. I tell you, Terry, I struggled with high water being on the side and hell, come hell being on the top. Because I always think about hell being on the bottom and high water being up here. But because I say come hell or high water, they want me to put hell on top and high water on the bottom. And I struggle with that. But I caved in. I said, all right, put hell on top. They put hell on top. Now we got us a shirt. But I tell you one thing they didn't have on there, and I got on the back, hashtag N24/7. I almost put something at the end. Are you? That's what I put at the end. Are you? I'm in 24/7. Are you? But you see why I'm dedicating this to those people, Terry? And see why if I could hope and I could pray that my son and my daughter and my best friends have this attitude, not an attitude of bitching, whining, and complaining. You with me? I'm gonna title this talk the 3 C's of success. But you will probably remember something besides one of the C's, if I'm guessing correctly. Okie dokie. 9/11 survivors, 9/11 heroes, 9/11 people that we lost, man. Tough day. Let's move on. Pet health matching accounts. Dude, I tell you what, I love Elliot Gorok. That is one crazy son of a gun. He's crazy. But I'm going to tell you what he will do. He will pick up your bar tab. I'm just going to tell you. I tell you one thing he will do. He will bring enthusiasm and optimism. Some people, the light gets brighter when they leave the room. Some people, when they come into the room, they bring lightness. They bring excitement. They bring energy. Gorog is one of those people. Let me see who else I got on here. I don't know how this thing works. Just see Jonathan and Megan. Woohoo! See, look here. Can you see that right there, baby? That's because I'm excited, because I'm not a wussy. I'm not a crybaby. I kick ass. I don't lick ass. I kick ass. You see the difference between licking it and kicking it? One of my friends just texted me. He said, I ain't gonna say what he said because I can't repeat it. Where's my phone? Oh, my phone's right there. I got my phone right there. I was looking for my phone. I'm talking into it. You ever lost your phone? You was on it? Hey, you stupid, Albright. Yeah, I'm stupid, but I ain't broke, bitch. You know? God. Don't say that word. Okay. You out there listening to me?
You're cussing and hollering.
I'm cussing and hollering. I'm sorry, baby. Get on the call. Get on the video. She didn't have to get on it. She said, I can hear it from here. I'm excited. See, Jonathan, it ticks me off when people fail. Two things that burns my guts. A flame about that high and unused potential. When I see a person that could succeed in life and they fail, and it's something as simple. Phone keeps dropping. My computer's about ready to go on right here. If I get that thing going. Y'all see me in full light, full speed. Should I take a minute? Let's do this. Jonathan and Megan, unmute and tell these people of your success this past month. Didn't you write like some kind of crazy number of production? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, last 2 months have been exciting and fun. Yeah, so hey y'all, my name is Megan Yankee. This is my husband, Jonathan. And we have been around for about 5 years. And the last 2 months have been really huge months for us. We pushed real hard. But in July, we issue paid $72,000. And last month we issue paid $52,000. So we got that PAC promotion, baby.
That's right.
Moving on up. Yeah, so excited about that. We're just so grateful that that was even an opportunity and blessed to be a part of it. So last 2 months have been crazy. We've helped a lot of people, been getting more leads than ever, plugging into the system more than ever. And we just continue, we're not stopping. And we know this for a fact, when you're growing, things are gonna try to come in the way and stop you from that. And there's no doubt about that. We have had some struggles along the way, but we just continue to fight. Kind of what Andy, I believe, is going to be talking about today with those 3 C's is just going through the motions, not complaining about it, but just consistency.
Here's what I like to say. You ready? I like to say when you make a commitment and you're growing, the force of average is going to try to come get you. We call him Satan, whatever you want to call it. The force of average is going to try to slow you down. And the way you combat that is you stay grateful. You stay fired up. Like Terry, you inspire me, dude. I need some more of your energy, bro. But and you keep working. That's how you beat it. You keep moving. Plugged in. So yeah.
You're muted, Andy.
You're muted, Andy.
There you go.
See how I'm on my big screen now?
Looking good.
Computer finished. Hey, it's failure. Hold on. What you're just describing, somewhere between failure, they're living between failure and survival. That's the force of average. You see where they're not near success and they're not near great success. It's survival and failure. And as soon as they get up to survival, they drop down to failure or somewhere in between those two. I got a boy right now, I swear to God, I shouldn't swear to God, but that's probably not what I'm supposed to say. I swear, it pisses me off. How about that? Let me say something, Bill, I see you laughing at me. I fail in many areas, and I don't give a shoot about that. I just don't want to be like a crybaby. How dad and can't pay it off and shut my wife. I don't want to do that. I want to have arguments of whether I buy a jet or build a house beside my house. It's an ongoing argument right now. Okay, here we go. Terry, are you talking to us? Are you talking to somebody else? Are you talking to somebody? I can read your lips. Be careful, I know what you said.
I said, somebody called and said, are you available? I'm in a home. I said, I told my staff, I said, I'm on a call where they should be on a call because some people be chasing dimes when Benjamins are on the call, baby.
Well, Terry, they can watch a video of it later.
It ain't nothing like watching prime time on time, baby. Nobody likes the reruns on ESPN. We want to see the boxing match live. We want to feel the spit come off his head. You know what I'm saying? Ooh, yes. See, when you watch it in replay, you getting everybody's edited version. You want to hear it live, so when the announcer slip up and say something he don't supposed to say, you heard that. You know what I'm talking about?
I know what you're talking about. Let me say something, Terry.
Show it to me, Bo.
I want you to listen to me closely. I said I was dedicating this to my son-in-law, but I want you to learn how to talk to Mia and Beth and Sebastian like this, okay? People don't want to be around lily-livered, non-committed, crying and whining, excuse-making people, okay? All right? And I don't care if it's, and sometimes it's your mama, sometimes your daddy, sometimes your wife, sometimes it's your son, sometimes it's your cousin, sometimes it's cross line, sometimes it's another one of the agents in the meeting. People, winners want to find winners. Okay, all right, so here, I want to talk to you. There's 3 words: commitment, consistency, and completion. Commitment, consistency, and completion. That's an academic way to say it. About 99% of what I'm going to say after this ain't got nothing to do with academics, okay? We had a good conversation with Jeff Wright today. Commitment. When you have commitment, you don't have excuses, okay? Family first, fairness, or work. Which one do you put first? I put family first. You know how you know? Look at my house, buddy. Look at my car, buddy. Look at my kids' education. Look at my daughter's wedding. That's how I put them first. You know what most people do that lose? They argue about fairness, and they call it putting family first. I'm putting my family first. Really? Well, how come you ain't got Shinola? You got Shinola coming out of your butt. You ain't got Dookie coming out of your butt. You ain't got nothing. With me? Like, okay, fairness. All right. It's not fair. They've got more than me. We'll grow more. Well, you can't just grow one of those. Well, get an operation. Borrow somebody else's. Live vicariously. But quit with the cry nanny stuff. God. You know, a lot of short people are successful. You know why? Because they're trying to show tall people that they're better than them. We call it the little Napoleon syndrome. I love it. Give me a little short guy with something on the chip on the shoulders, pissed off. I'm short, but look at my billfold, buddy. What are you making up for, Terry? What are you making up for with your success? Megan, did you have a poor childhood and that's why you're trying to be successful? Was you born with one of them dadgum birthmarks across your face, and now you're trying to be successful to show everybody? Is that what your problem is? Let me give me a little monster. I don't have enough energy. Let me pick up the pace just a tad. Billy, I hope that the people you hire, you get them going. Because if you can't keep people going and can't get them going and can't get them to finish, you see how I wove in the 3 C's? Commitment and consistency and what's the last one? Whatever the last one was.
Completion.
Completion. Damn right. All right. Here we go. Just get started. This is a statistical analysis. Works like this. If you make a promise and you make an investment, you're going to win every single time. Okay? So here's what I need for y'all to do. Repeat after me. I'm going to win. Ready? I'm going to win. I'm going to kick some butt. I'm going to issue pay $10,000 a week come hell or high water. Y'all need to unmute so I can hear you. Make sure you're saying it, not just mouthing it. I'm going to
water, baby.
That's what you say. I'm going to issue pay $10,000 a week come hell or high water.
I'm going to
I'm
issue
going to
pay
commit
$10,000
$10,000 a week. Come hell or high water.
Hell or high water.
All right. Statistically speaking, you're 20% more likely to win now. Okay. The other part is investment. Okay. Sebastian, Billy, $100 of leads should yield you 100,000 issue. Should 1,000 issue paid. So I did a mathematical study. 1,000 of leads each week should issue pay you 10,000 a week, unless you have some deficiencies in your skill set. I had done some other statistical analysis. If you'll buy $2,000 worth of leads a week and you have a weak skill set, you will still issue pay 10,000 a week. You see, because you needed twice as many leads because you suck. Does that make sense? I don't suck. I just don't know how to close. Same thing to me. Okay. I care about you. I love you. I don't want you to quit. I don't want you to complain to me to integrity. Call up there and say, Albright, he was just demanding. You got to slap the mouth in that. And they'll be like, what'd he say to you? He said that I was losing and I was making excuses. They'd be like, was you? Was you? Meg, how is it possible that Megan Wood can have 100,000 in the bank and you got credit card debt? You can't pay your lead bill. Let me tell you why. Because you are a yeah butter. Excuse maker extraordinaire. That's what excuse maker extraordinaire. You got more damn excuses than Carter's got jelly beans. You got more excuses than there is sand out on my beach. You the kind of guy that would yeah buddy, yeah but. Is it even possible to yeah buddy, yeah but? You say, you ain't buying enough leads. And you say, yeah, but the lead performance team said they could get them near me and they ain't doing it. And I say, well, you could go somewhere else. You go, but yeah, but my wife won't give me no love and affection if I'm gone for 2 nights in a row. And I go, are you putting family first
Or are you putting excuses number one in your life? Because it sounds to me like you putting excuses up at number one. And I don't understand your lack of commitment to your family. You're committed to excuses. You committed to yeah button. You're not committed to success. You're not committed to your God. You're not committed to your family. You're committed to you. You self-centered. Oh, sorry. Kind of lost. You go self-centered. Let me explain something to you. I don't even know how to say this. Everybody's got an advantage over you when you got excuses. They're smarter, they're better looking, they're prettier, they're smoother. Their wife supports them more, their husband supports them more. See, when you have excuses, everybody whoops your ass. Okay, let's start with this. Megan Wood said, I want to be in the top 5 this year. Okay. So we're in the month of September. What place do you want to come in? Tell me. So Terry, in September, you want to come in number 1? You want to come in the top 5? Kelly, do you want to come in number 1 or top 5? Top 20? I don't care. So if I'm talking to Brandon, if I'm talking to Steve, I'm talking to Mary, I'm talking to Tatiana. Tatiana, do y'all want to come in number 1 in the top 100? Where do you want to place? This is called a promise. 20% more likely if you promise or you try to come in. So y'all all say at one time, when I say I want to come in, I want you to say number 1, or I want you to say top 10. Everybody in the country, tell me in September, what do you want to come in? What place? You ready? In September, I want to be
number 1.
Number 1.
Number 1 in September. I heard somebody say number 2. I heard somebody say, I want to be in the top 100. Congratulations. You're 20% more likely to become in the top 100 if you said, I'm going to be. Let's do it one more time. At the end of September, I'm going to be
number 1.
Number 1.
3.
Okay. So everybody needs to start saying, Megan said I want to be in the top 5, and now she's number 1, and just spanking grown men like they're little bitty doll babies. And I'm gonna tell you something. People say, Andy, let me tell you why. I said, bro, let me tell you something. I don't need your dadgum excuse. I got my own excuses. I don't need yours. Okay? All right. Let me give you some excuses. My wife, my mama didn't love me. My daddy, he loved on me too much. My granny beat me in the head with a dadgum spoon, wooden spoon. And I remember that stuff like it was yesterday. I think about it every day. Drugs, I like the drugs. Video games, I like the video games. I cannot talk about what I'm thinking about video games. Ooh. I'm going to tell some of y'all one-on-one sometime. That's some crazy stuff out there, bud. Husband. My husband's a problem. He don't support me. He's not ambitious. He don't care nothing about money. He don't care nothing about success. He don't care nothing about setting an example for the kids. He don't care nothing about me. And when I go out, he don't cook my house. He don't cook for me. He don't clean my house. He don't even take the dogs out, let them poop in the house. He is not supporting me. My wife cuts me off from apple pie whenever I work too hard. And I like apple pie. And if I miss out on my apple pie, I become grouchy. And I become grouchy, I can't close. So I just stay my ass at home. It's one friend of mine, he on the electronic leash, bro. I think he goes too far away. Bring him back home. Cross line. Oh. I read this book one time. Kelly. It said, man's search for meaning. I got this agent. I think he ought to write a book. Man's search for excuses. New and unique. Stuff I ain't never heard of before. Let me tell you something. Shakespeare. I like to quote Shakespeare. It's making me sound like I know something. I don't even know if he even said this. But here's where it goes. To thine own self be true. What that says is, if you want to lie to me, why you ain't getting excuses and you want to blame it. Like if your excuse starts out with the LTP, the lead, the people, the territory, that's called an excuse. Don't lie to your wife and tell her the reason y'all got debt is X, X, and X. Let me tell you the reason you got debt. The reason you're not going on the trip is because of excuses, and it's usually tied into fairness. It's not fair. They're allowed to buy para and I'm not. It's not fair. You want me to sell final expense and I don't want to. That's not fair. You don't, I live out in Montana. I live out in the woods. I live out in a national forest. And I have to go all the way off the forest before I can even get to where the people are. You can lie to me, but quit lying to your wife and your children, and quit lying to your dadgum God. Start getting dadgum results. This is America, baby. This is freedom. All right, so that's called a credit card. If you ain't never used one, apply for one and buy you some leads. That's called a credit card. If you ain't never used one, apply for one and get you some leads. That's called a credit card. Get you one, buy you some leads. That's called an HMA card. Get you one, get you some commission. That's another credit card. Two look the same. What's that James credit card now? Oh, that's my credit card. I got more dadgum credit card cards than I got money. Look here. That's a credit card. Get you some leads. Get you one of them, get you a bunch of leads. Can't show you that card. Okay, y'all ready? If you will commit, Sebastian, to buying leads, you see all these maps on the background? Man laid out a map of the United States of America when I first got started, Sebastian. And he said, if you'll put a dime on that map where you live, you see how much territory that covers you? That's how much money you're gonna make. You put a quarter on it, you make a little more. You put a dollar bill on it, you make a little more. I jumped spread eagle, knocked all the man shit off his table, just knocked it off spread eagle, right on the middle of this map. He said, how much you think I'm gonna make? He started laughing. He said, you crazy. I said, yeah, you have no idea. Albright wanted a shot. And you, Philip Hudgens, are giving me a shot. I took Cuz, Cats, and Fitz to Danville, Virginia. And Philip said to me, depending on the size of your commitment will reflect the size of your bank account. And I lost my mind, Sebastian, for the second time in my life. The first time I did it was with Amway. I played baseball, and I wish I had it. I was at home this week, and I was looking through some drawers. I was third baseman, most valuable player in all conference at Western Alamance. I bat .416 my last year. And every time I went out to lift weights, I'd check off everything I did. I meant to do. You see that right there? That's what you get when you check it off and don't do nothing. Does that make sense? You see this right here? That's from cake. That is not from doing this right here. You know why? Because it was boring as hell to me. And all I get's big boobies. Congratulations, y'all men got big boobies. That's different. The women got big boobies, and men had to work for them. Women just got me blessed with the genetics and shit stuff. I'll be like, I'm going to do something. I'm going to talk to some of my friends. I go out there and talk to the people smoking a cigarette before I lift weights. We had a big old 55-gallon barrel on board cigarette. Cigarettes be all I say. 55 gallon. You talk about somebody can't throw a cigarette. How do you miss a 55-gallon barrel? The cigarettes laying all around the side. People ain't dedicated to nothing. I go out there and talk to them before I lift weights. So, yeah, you look like it too. Okay, let's get off that subject. Baseball. I loved it, but not enough to dedicate my life to it. Why? I don't know. I didn't like running. My knee hurt. Only time I run hard in my life when the game warden was chasing me. I thought I was going to die. If I could have walked and got away, I'd have walked. What'd you do illegal? I didn't do nothing illegal, but I didn't want to find out. I just take no chances. I see the popo, I run. I'm just going to tell you. That's the way I was brought up. Sebastian, you brought it last week, see the popo run. That's just the first thing you need to do. Now, if they're going to catch you, assume the female position, turn lights. Leave me alone. But if I see them before they see me, they ain't never going to see me. Albright going to run. Same thing with game warden. If I could ease away, I'd ease away. Dedication, commitment, okay? My son, you ought to see him now. He got arms, legs. He dedicated to that CrossFit. I bought all kinds of equipment. He put everything in that. You see, if you buy leads and if you travel, the power of average, my friend Jonathan Yakey said, the power of average will not touch your ass. The power of average will go find an easy subject. The power of average will look around and they'll find a yeah but man. They'll find an excuse man, and they will jump on his ass like a dadgum leech because he's easy blood. And then he can look up to his senior average person and say, look at the blood I sucked out of this yeah but man. Because if average tries to jump on a man who's dedicated, he will shake that crap off. He will cut it off with a knife. See, the first C to success is commitment. And there's two sides of it. It's making a promise and investing money, Carrie. Y'all want to know why Mike, you want to go look at the 48 managers that are growing? And if you look at, we got to divide it up, extreme managers, the ones that are growing are talking shit and investing money. You with me? They're speaking what they want and they're investing money. You say, well, they're working, Andy. That's what you always say, they're working. I tell you, if a person speaks it and invests their money, there's 100% chance they'll be working. I got a guy down towards the bottom, one of those managers, and I know he's speaking it and investing. I wish he would speak it a little bit more, but I know he's going to turn it around and get back up. Does that make sense? Because if I see a man invest money and start talking trash, a girl too, Kelly, I see a girl say it and then invest money. You can invest with leads and staff and offices, and number one's leads, number two staff, number three is office. I see people lead with office. I go, nah. Lead with leads, great staff, then an office. That's the way it always works, Sebastian. Sebastian, that same Hudgens came to me and he said, son, where are you getting all that money you spend? I pulled out a stack of leads like that right there. I pulled out a stack of leads. And I said, I'm sorry, stack of credit cards. He said, what you got there? I said, I got $150,000 worth of credit. And I'm going to use it all. He said, well, I don't want you to be mad at me because you went in debt and then it didn't work. I said, you told me this would work. He said, it will work if you work it. I said, do you know anybody working harder than me? That's my identification. That's my Florida address. I said, do you know anybody working harder than me? He said, no. I said, well, then it'll work. I'm going to kill you. You be dead on the doorknob. Every problem you got will be you be in hell trying to figure out what you did wrong. You be in heaven talking about, thanks, Albright. Put me up in here quicker. I'm going to kill you. Because the way I'm working, if this don't work, somebody going to get an ass whooping that they ain't never going to forget. I put something on you Ajax won't take off. You take one of them Brillo pads, them little copper Brillo pads, sprinkle some Ajax and scrub it. You're going to get down to the bone before you get off of what I'm going to put on you if this don't work. But see, I was investing everything and I was talking trash. I wasn't a lily-livered crybaby, not investing money and not working. And I ain't scared to leave my damn wife for a week. I put my wife first. I put my family first. That's why my kids got cash paid for big ass trucks when they turn 16 years old. That's why they don't want me to sell the cabin. I was looking at, I think the man told me I could get 3.9 million for my cabin out there, Terry. Ain't no way I got 3.9 million in it. It's the one bad to the bone cabin. My wife said, we got memories out there. I'd like for you to keep it for memory's sake. That's where Haley had her engagement party. She said, I put a lot of love into that wood and all them boards and stuff. I said, I keep it. Because my family's first, not my excuses first. Because now listen, there are people, Terry, that will quit after today. If I line up 10 people and I fire up 9 studs and one person who's a crybaby quits, I consider that a win. But if I hang up this phone and all 10 people are the same as the way I left them, Terry, they can't be the same the way you left them when you talk to them. You with me? They got to be inspired and they got to know which side of the coin they on. Are they on the lily-livered excuse-making side? Or are they the kick-ass, take names, going to win at all costs? I don't care if the hair lifts the governor. I don't care if the water rises. I don't care if hell freezes over. I don't care. I don't care what the Cowboys did. I don't care what the Redskins did. I don't care what the Eagles did. I don't care what the Hurricanes did. Y'all know who the Carolina Hurricanes? Y'all know the Philadelphia Eagles? Y'all know the Washington Redskins? Y'all know the Dallas Cowboys? I don't give a flying, you know what about them. Albright's what I care about. And you know who number 2 I care about? Is Terry Edwards. You say, well, how do you care about your son? Because Terry's in a fight with me. My son's getting his education. We'll see what he's going to do next. I love him no matter what he does. If he's a bum on the streets trying to hit a 55 gallons, I'm going to love him no matter what. But who I'm going to fight for is those which what fight for me. Those which what fight with me. Those that ain't worried about what the trans are doing. Those that ain't worried about what the people from Tahiti do. I don't give a shit about the damn people. Like, you know, you don't like Tahiti? I love Tahiti. I guess, I don't know. It sounds cool. I got some friends from Tahiti. I love them, but that ain't my battle. My battle is for her to win. My battle is for Billy Crane to win. Let me explain something to y'all. I had a friend do some research. I thought I was a Southern boy, born in North Carolina, which don't make no sense. South Carolina is Southern, North Carolina is Northern. Then I found out that my ancestors lived in Pittsburgh. Then I got to thinking, you a damn Yankees, which you are. What's the damn Yankee? That's the person that comes from up north and goes to south and don't ever go back, right? I was like, you a Yankee. You came down here and stayed in the South. And I was like, well, does that make me a Southern boy? Does that make me a Yankee boy? And then I found out that the people before that was from dadgum Austria. I was like, where's Austria? I said, oh, that's right. Mutual Omaha, I'll pay for you to fly over there. And then I heard about the Habsburg. So I made up a story. And I told my children, I said, we're from the Habsburg dynasty. Well, we were the cousins of the Habsburg. Because that's going to be hard to prove or disprove. And we came over here because some problems came about. And we got kicked out of the country. I ain't exactly sure why we ended up here, but our ass ended up in Pittsburgh. And we came down south, and we've been searching. And we've been trying to see, let me tell y'all something. The buck stops either with you or your children or your grandchildren. And I said, the buck's going to stop with me. We're going to start bringing the Albright name back to the dynasty it deserves. And I don't know when your family had a fortune, Terry, or if they didn't ever have a fortune, but I'd make up a story about trying to get it back, because few people will ever try to get it, but they are damn sure fight to get it back. So I'm trying to get back the wealth with which we had when we was in Australia and shit. Does that make sense? I told my kids, I said, I'm going to start the trajectory. And I want you to continue the trajectory. But let me explain something to you. I have accomplished stuff. Not everything I want to, but I've accomplished it. What I'm fighting for is to get Sebastian there and Jonathan and Megan there and Paul Roberts there. Let me tell y'all something. Okay. I got to move because there's 2 more C's and I have no more time. I got a few more minutes. Terry, would you like to comment on my commitment seminar?
Like you said, Andy, like people can't follow uncommitment. I think the good book either says you're going to be hot or you're going to be cold. You can't be lukewarm. And the more committed you are, and the more that you speak it, you then put it out there in the atmosphere. And then some people say God, some people say a higher power starts to orchestrate stuff to work to help you accomplish it. And one of the biggest things or the biggest tools that God used is people. See, we think it's the stuff, but it's the people that God puts in your life that's going to help you get what you want. Because we got that corner of success that says, what do you want and how do you get it? You got to go to somebody who got it that can teach you how to get it. And that's one of the things that I often reflect on, man, is just 5 years ago, meeting you in your office. And I asked you that question. I said, it's evident that you're successful, and why in the world are you still committed? Why are you still investing like you're investing? Why did you build this big building over here in Burlington and got all these departments to support us? Why are you still doing it? You don't have to do that now. And you said because you're not. And I instantly fell in love with you because I could follow a man that was no longer working for a thing, but was working for a legacy, working about trying to help other people get what they want. That's commitment. Commitment goes beyond when you are taking care of yourself. Commitment is about what do you want the rest of the story to be like? What do you want? What do you want people to say about you when you're gone? How many buildings? It's like the fight for immortality. That's one of the things that also inspire me, Andy. You cannot be lukewarm and give NC State $5 million to put a name on a building, and then 2 years later give them $3 more million to build a sports medicine complex. You know, it's like, that's what fires me up. And one of the things that you told me that I'm speaking more now is this right here, that small dreams and small visions do not stir the soul of men or women, Kelly. Small visions and small dreams does not stir the soul of men. So what I am more committed, see, I got it all twisted up. See, when I was coming up, I was always told that you need to be humble. You need to play it down. You know, don't be boastful, right? But then I started to think about it. All the people that was telling me that I was going to be nothing but another Edwards boy, a drunkard, on drugs, not gonna be anything. That's what they used to tell me. But then I started thinking about who I was and my ancestors that worked so hard day and night. They didn't have a choice of what they wanted to do. And here I am now standing on their shoulders. My mama didn't get to go to school all year because she was out picking cotton. But here I am, got the opportunity to go to school, go to college, and I'm a jack off. No, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take advantage of this. And I am the guy that changes the financial trajectory of my future. I tell my kids all the time, it's my job to build it so that you can stand on my shoulders and see it further. And you take the baton. When I die, you take the baton and you run a little further and you just keep it going. So I'm committed, Andy. I've stepped up my commitment, not just in my talk, but in my investments. We're investing more in leads now personally, not just overrides, but personally in leads than I've ever invested before. We got staff that we've invested. I'm investing in my business. We're buying desks. We're trying to fill up every nook and cranny because we want to stir the souls of men and women. And we want to hear, well done, thou good and faithful servant. So I'm going to do the best I can with what I can, Bo. I got my man Sebastian coming out here to see me in 2 weeks. Him and his wife taking off of work. They coming to see us because we're speaking big vision. And it's causing people. Now, when they see you invest, he didn't ask me, Terry, well, you going to pay for my plane ticket? He didn't say, Terry, you going to pay for my hotel? He didn't say, Terry, you going to take care of my food? He's coming to the party saying, hey, you going fishing? Look, I'm going to bring my pole. I got me some worms. I got the boat. I got a little gas to put in the boat. Let's party, baby. That's what we're starting to attract right now, baby. We're starting to attract people who want to fish and they got some tools, baby. I'm going to shut up.
This man said, he said he's the kind of guy that wants to go fishing and he wants to go on your boat. What kind of worms y'all got for us? That's a good analogy right there, Bo. I'm not kidding. Guy, he was talking about a guy. I said, what's wrong with him? He said he's the kind of guy that loves to go out on a boat. Yours. It's like, oh, okay. Hey, look, if you don't have somebody flying into you from around the country, Yakey, you're a young man. You got to learn how to talk like this because it attracts people. You with me? Megan, Noel Leventovich, you got to learn how to talk like this. That's why I love Ric Flair. Ric Flair changed who he was because of what he said. And he backed up what he said with actions. He didn't put in money, he put in blood. He was known for one of the best leaders there was. Not keeping his blood, but giving his blood away. He let people hit him. He cut it across there with razor blades. And he hit him, blood go everywhere. That's money. Blood and money, sweat and tears. I'm telling y'all, when people get committed, shit happens. GSD. You put in your money and you put in your words and stuff's going to happen. So what if I lose everything? You ain't got nothing. You got nothing. I got $7,000. I talked to the guy today. He said, "Don't hire me." I said, "I'm not hiring you." He said, "Why?" I said, "You ain't got nothing. You got no reputation. You got no money. You got no home." He said, "I got a truck." I said, "Oh, that's your piece of junk truck." How about that? When a guy could lose everything, you don't even want what he's got. He got mad. I can't tell you what he said, but he said, "I hurt a part of his body." And I said, "You're funny. You got that. Can't take that away from you." You hurt me. Okay. Next thing is consistency. Here's what consistency comes from. Reminding them to commit money and say the words. That's boring. Same thing over and over again. Consistency is where mastering the mundane comes in. I don't want to tell people over and over again, Andy, to say the words. Well, I know it's boring, but we're going to do it again. In the month of September, I want to be number 1. In the month of September, I want to be in the top 5. In the month of September, I would like to be in the top 100. Pick a number where you want to be and say it. Whole world. Brandon, Toby, now, Chad, Michael, Stephanie, you ready? I really want you to say it. Y'all got to unmute. You ready? Here we go. In the month of September, I am going to be
number 1.
All y'all can't be number 1. Somebody going to be number 2.
That means somebody going to be crying.
Somebody going to be number 1. See, if realistic to use a top 100, be a top 100, but tell me something. And if 100's easy, say top 20. Go for something that challenges you and invest everything you got. In America, I'm going to tell y'all something. I don't know if y'all know this. Used to, when you had debt, they put you in jail. Now what they do, they give you get out of free card called bankruptcy. People say, you see that as a good thing? I said, I don't see it as nothing. What I see it is, if you lose everything, you start all over. Well, I don't want to be homeless. Well, don't fail. I was plenty of homeless person that's come back around and got a big house and cars after they were homeless. You can recover, but what you can't recover from is never trying. What you can't recover from is quit doing the boring, mastering the mundane. What you were talking about, Jonathan, the power of average, there's complete failure, and then there's survival. Most people hang out between, look here. That's survival, because you can still breathe. The water's up to here. Here's failure. You with me? Or here's failure. They live in between those two. You with me? Does that make sense? They don't want to fail. They don't want to fail, but they don't want to more than survive. There's living in greatness where you can breathe. And then there's living in just incredible success. That's when you walk around with your head up, your shoulders back, confident and cocky. And not arrogant, but confident. And because I've married many an arrogant broke person. And I'm not calling them confident. They're arrogant. Because they're broke. They're arrogant and broke. That combination is not attractive. Whenever I talk to successful people, I know what they went through. Whenever I talk to surviving people, I know what they've committed to. Whenever I talk to failures, I know what they've done. And Jeff Wright can academically tell you the difference between a failure, a survival, and a successful person. And I can tell you too, one of them makes excuses and the other one makes results. My daddy said you could poop in one hand and make excuses in another hand, see which one fills up first. And even poop will outbeat excuses because you can't see them excuses. That poop fill your hand up. He'd come up with all these things saying, get stuff done. Well, there's no leads in my area. Well, I'm not a freaking genius. Go somewhere else. Well, my wife told me that she was going to leave if I left. Well, call her bluff. So she's not bluffing. She's really going to leave. Well, upgrade. What do you mean upgrade? Younger, better, a $6 million man. We can build him bigger. We can build him better. See, you don't want me to get divorced? No, I don't. You want me to talk to your wife for you? How about if I get permission? Can I talk to your wife? I'll say, listen, I know you told me to divorce him if he's gone for 2 weeks, but I'd like to beg you to give my man a chance in life and let him leave. Well, he's a grown man. Wouldn't that be funny if the wife looked at me and said, he's a grown man. He can do what he wants to do. And I go, well, he said, you said. She said, well, I said it, but I didn't mean it. And he should have known I didn't mean it. I go, well, you think a man can read your mind? Well, he should. We've been married 7 years. He ought to know what I'm thinking by now. So when I say he can't leave, he should know that I mean I want you to leave. That's why marriage is so hard right there. Where you want to go to eat? Oh, it don't make no difference to me. Well, let's go down to Chimichango, Mexico. I don't like that. Well, you said it didn't matter. Well, it don't matter. Well, how about we go to the Western Charcoal Steakhouse? I don't like their French fries. Where you want to go? It don't matter. Anywhere you want to go. How about Wendy's? Wendy's ain't open on Sunday. Damn it. Do you want to eat here? I don't want to eat here. We ain't got no groceries. Consistency is marked by recommitment, which is marked by talking trash and investing money, blood, sweat, and tears, money. Putting your money where your mouth is. You're talking when you should be pulling out your credit card. You're doing this when you should be doing this. You should be doing this, and you're doing this. Your yeah buts is backed up by yeah buts. I call it Billy Goat insurance. What do you mean by Billy Goat? Every time I tell you something, you try to butt it like a Billy Goat. You button me. You shouldn't give me a butt. I need a okay. I need a yes, sir. I will go to where the leads are. Last thing is completion. Don't get mad when I say this. But that old Trump 4 years ago, he said, we're going to win, and we're going to win, and we're going to win. He said, America is going to win until people get so pissed off about our success that they're going to hate us. They're going to hate America. They're going to hate me because we win and we win and we win. And even people that hated him liked it. They're like, I don't like him, but I like it when he talks about winning. See, people like winning and they hate losing. Does that make sense? We're going to win. The alliance is going to win until we piss people off. And people are talking about our success. That's what Megan did. I got one manager, he said, I told people don't even try to compete with Megan. Pick somebody more your size. I said, I ain't, okay. He said, like, you could at least meet Mark Hutchinson. Please, God, tell me you can meet Robert Wilson. Please, God, tell me you can beat Billy Crane. At least you can beat that Megan girl, that Yankee girl. He said, I just drop it down lower and say, look, I understand you can't meet women. See, she's done won so much. You know, and she does this and she does that. And like they want her to be a perfect person. She's not a perfect person. She's a winner. Winners aren't perfect. When I found out that winners wasn't perfect, I thought to myself, you damn got a chance because you about as far from perfect as the north is from the south. I almost said the north is from the west. That's the way I am. That's how imperfect I am. But I caught myself at the last minute. East and the west, from where the sun rises and sun, that's how far I am from perfect. Being perfect is not tied to winning. Winning is when you win. That's when people are mad as hell and they talk about you because they can't talk about how you lost. I don't like the way Andy cusses. I don't like the way Kelly, I got a couple things they don't like about you. You don't want me to say them. Terry, they do. I know what they say. You don't want me to say them. As a matter of fact, if I said them, Sebastian get mad at me for repeating what they said about you.
But guess what? I don't give up.
Did somebody meet you? Did my team?
That was Yanka. She, my secretary just said, don't you? I got good staff. They keep me in line now.
We need good people around us like that. Okay. Oh, I'm stressed. You're losing. I'm stressed. You're losing. What solves stress? Winning. Winning. We went to Salt Rock last night. I flew up to DC, picked up an older couple. Listen, their children tell them what to do. Their children said, y'all cannot go to your multi-million-dollar beach house because y'all may get COVID and die. My 83-year-old mama is driving around 85-year-old women, taking them to the doctor, ain't wearing no mask. She said, I wish the COVID would jump on me. My back hurts so bad, my leg, I can't feel my feet. I done got my boobies removed, my gut sticking out. I'm ready to go to heaven and see Jesus. I wish the COVID would jump on me. I said, be careful. She said, I'm going to be careful. I said, you're more likely to get killed the way you drive than it is of COVID. She said, ain't that the damn truth? This couple, their children told them, y'all not going to Florida. Y'all can get the COVID. My wife found out about it. She said, would you go get them on your jet? I said, well, I'm going to be in Burlington, North Carolina, shooting them doves with Terry and some other friends. I got some military heroes that are coming down. I said, ain't but 30 minutes up there at DC. I fly up there and get them. I went up there and flew up there and got them. They's all fired up. I said, y'all need to learn how to lie to your kids. And they sent a picture of them on a jet and they didn't have the mask on. And the kid texted back and said, you swore you'd wear your mask the whole time. I said, tell them we was tested before we got on a jet so you know they still safe. They said, was you? I said, you just tell them what I told you to tell you. Let's go. I ain't got time messing with them youngins. They grown enough. Let's go to the beach. Flew in, got them settled. Take my daughter to Salt Rock. And we ordered what we wanted to order. You with me? And I started talking to them about the jet and the house dilemma that we got. And my daughter said, I'm not getting in the middle of it with you and Mama. I said, all right, let me tell you about it. Winning, making excuses. If it's the lead performance team, how about this? Can you imagine somebody talking about another team? Give a damn what the other team's doing. The sons of biscuit eaters. We trying to win our game. Dallas Cowboys worried about what the Washington Redskins going to do. Let me tell you what we trying to do. We playing the Philadelphia Eagles this week. We playing the Los Angeles Rams this week. What we trying to do, let me tell you, you want to tell you who our opponent is? Poverty. Our goal is to stamp out poverty, loneliness, and stress. We're trying to knock out mediocre. We need to knock out average. Our goal is to win. Here's the kind of thing that y'all want me to talk about. Chris Norris has found a way that if you sign this letter that says X, X, and X, he can pay you for money, for referrals, for managed money now. And it's ongoing forever, the next 30 years. So if you're finding money that needs to be managed, he can pay you for it now. Okay? For real. Something else big. We now have a person, Terry, that can book you. You know how you get, some people have appointments booked for sales? We can book appointments for recruiting for $25. Licensed agents that know why you're calling them. So far, we've had we started it with 3 people keeping up stats, and we got 90% show rate. Diane Lampy's been the most successful. First week, she contracted 2 agents. I don't think she talked about 14, might have been 11, contracted 2. Not bad. $15 for non-licensed. I forget, just text me or Robbie Kraft or Chris Hill, President's Club can turn you on to that vendor. I can't speak for them. I don't know them. They're just somebody we came across, and but the results we can speak for. Okay. What else we have? We're not charging any overrides for multi-A leads anymore. You pay the bottom lowest price and nothing above that. So if your downline buys them, there's no charge anymore. We found this other group. I cannot speak for them, but the results. I've heard incredible things from MailPro. I think that's the name. These leads are $12. We get them for $8. I've heard incredible results. Cheap as dirt, crazy results. Let me tell you something, Terry. That's what they want to hear about, stuff like that. How are you going to help us win unrelated to my attitude? How are you going to help us win? It has nothing to do with me getting off my ass. How Tell me how to win where I don't have to talk trash. Tell me how to win where I don't invest money. Tell me how I can win where I don't bleed. Tell me how I can win where I don't have to be away from my husband. We don't have to spend nights away from each other. Tell me how I can win where I get to cuddle with my children every single minute to the point that when they grow up, they're worthless human beings because they ain't never seen a man or a woman work. Tell me how to do it where it ain't tied in what I do. Tell me how. So I just told you. I told you about MelPro. Told you about the reduction in leads costs. Told you about the recruiting strategy. Well, give me more ways to win, dude. How about a foot up your rear end kind of strategy? How about that? Well, that ain't gonna work with me. Well, tell me, does tickling your rear end work? What happens to get you going? I don't know what to say to you. I'm looking for something to say. But Terry, that's what we got to do. We got to inspire men. Jonathan, Kelly, people are not inspired by small things, and they're not inspired when you tell me, so guess what they did in Chile? Nobody give a crap what they did in Chile. What happened in Venezuela? I don't know. What's going on with the kids in Africa? I don't know. What about Ireland? I don't know. How about history? I don't care. Oh, Andy, if you don't know history, you will relive history. How about the history of success and the history of failure? How about the history? If I look at Dr. Phil's winning, I look at Ed Soto's winning. How about that history? What if I look back to last month and you didn't sell more than you sold the month before? How about that history? That's how far I go back. I had a guy ask me the other day, he said, are you the kind of person that says, what have I done lately? Hey, is it 11 o'clock? Yep. All right, it's time for me to go. My daughter, we're going to look at the office. We could look about getting an office down here in Florida for Mike Hartlib and Stephanie, and my daughter comes down here, and Brandon and me. We're going to look at it right now. I love y'all. I really do. I'm trying my best. Commitment, consistency, and completion. What's completion? Results, winning. I want you to win so much that the Republicans hate your ass. I want you to win so much that the Democrats hate your ass. I want the independents to hate you. I want people from Mexico to talk trash about Terry Edwards. I want people, so I don't want to be hated. Well, good news, because people don't even know who you are. How they going to hate you because they don't know who you are? Man told me the other day, he said, I saw some negative stuff about you. I said, I looked you up. I can't even find if you even exist or not. Can you give me your mama's phone number? Let me call her and ask her if you're real. Because you ain't on the internet. You can look me up on Facebook. I Googled you and it didn't come up. You must not even have enough on Facebook to come up. You're on page 4. I had to scroll down to find you. And it was something your mama said about you. They're going to hate us. They're going to hate us, Terry. People want to talk, hey, you know people hate the Alliance already, right? You know why? Because of winning. But it ain't enough. We need to win more. Kelly, I need you a multi-millionaire. And the way you get it is you inspire some other people by talking it and investing it and getting the results. Okay. All right. I'm late for my little office viewing. I hope this helps. Commitment, money, and words. Consistency, recommit, completion, win. Look at the leaderboard. Look at the leaderboard and tell me whether you're number 1. If you're in the top 10, 72 out of 600. Peace out, bro. Love you. Proud of you. At least you made 72. Bye.